So I'll hand it over to Stefano.
Thank you. It's always nice to start with a clap, right? Always nice. Better starting with a clap than starting with a slap. But some of you will want to slap me at the end of the presentation because I'm going to touch some sensitive point on the space. Yeah, we're all involved in the space, the blockchain space. Yeah, everyone talks about the space. I like, please, instead of standing on the back, if you want to sit in front here, it's going to be easier for you to hit me when I say something that you don't like. My name is Stefano Virgilli. Might come as a surprise to you, but I'm actually Italian. Yeah? If you couldn't tell. And I have my mother here, right in the middle there. So when you boo at me, remember that she flew all the way 8,000 miles to come and see me. Don't embarrass me in front of my mom. Don't embarrass me. I'm CEO of Vox Regi. Recently, I was a panel moderator at the Block Show. And when I was just about to go on stage, the lady that was in charge of wiring me with a microphone, she said, "So, shall I introduce you as a ICO advisor?" I said, no ICO advisor, STO advisor. Peel off the old label, put on the new label. Now we are all doing STO, right? Right? I know. Someone came and talked to me about here, say, "Hey, I'm doing an STO." It's the same atmosphere 1.5 years ago where everyone wanted to make an ICO. Recently I was at the radio, they told me, "Don't say ICO." Serious, that's how bad it is. But when I was in Malta, it was quite interesting because 5,000 people there, everyone crazy for ICO. Wow, depending where you go. I've been around quite a bit. I say it's a miracle for me because I was a total nobody until February this year. Then they started inviting me to places and I started going to places, speaking on stage. Didn't know that I was actually quite influential in the industry. Recently they say I was the 13th most influential person in the industry. I didn't know. Or actually in the space, yeah, in the space. I ran several businesses. I ran 3 businesses in Italy, started to run business in Italy, 8 in Singapore, 1 in Indonesia, 4 in Uganda, 5 in Oman, 1 in Hong Kong. I've been around long enough. It might come as a surprise to you, but I'm actually 40 years old. Some of you remember me with my beard and the ponytail. They are gone. I'm going to talk to you about a old 5 pointers that I've been bringing around pretty much everywhere where I've been invited to share, say how to make a successful ICO. Actually not how to make it, but how to measure whether your ICO was successful or not. There are 5 things that you need to do if you want to make sure that your ICO is successful or unsuccessful. Number 1, how much money I've attracted. And here, in this part of the world, we are very good at the quantification. So we quantify, the more the better. ICO attract $100 million, fantastic, it's a success. ICO attract $1 million, is an insuccess. Well, that's the mindset, right? Because if you make $100 million, you make the headlines. If you make $1 million, we don't make the headlines. It's show. It's Hollywood. It's IC Hollywood. If you make money, if you attract money, you make it on E27. Congratulations. But second, what's the price of the token? Is the price of the token kept high, went up, grew, stable, or went down? 96%? How many of you have cryptocurrency? Come on. How many of you have cryptocurrency? How many of you made money this year? Come on. Right? So we can believe, we can say, pat each other's back, meet up at the conferences, but hey, this is the Titanic is sinking. Can carry on playing music, but it's already sank. Big part of it. 95%, 96%. How much your token has lost this year? Your ICO, your precious ICO last year, how much has lost? 95? Number 3, have you given money back to the investors? This is quite important because many, when they realized that the crowd was not buying the tokens anymore, they went to institutional investors. They said, "Give me money, give me back the money." It worked for a while because they take 80% of the tokens and then they sell it to 20% of gundus. For those who are not familiar with the vernacular expressions in Singapore, a gundu is someone that doesn't do the homework before buying, right? So the gurus, they buy the 80% of the tokens at an overpriced price, of course. So the investor get the money back, someone else lose the money. John McAfee said that recently, right? They say, when someone makes money, someone loses money. So he says the biggest shift, it was interesting, no? Because 1 year ago, those in the space, we were all making 3,000% a year. We were all excited, telling everyone else how they screw up their entire life in terms of investment, because we were making 3,000% a year. But then things change, the flow changed, the wind changed. So some people get the money back, some people don't get the money back. Number 4, if they produce what they promised. Every time I go to one of the, I calculate I've seen more than 200 ICO pitch. I was pitched at least 500 times on LinkedIn and email this year. So I heard of about 600, 700 ICO this year. And each of them come with a promise that tells you, we are going to solve a problem, we're going to build an ecosystem to solve that problem. How many have built an ecosystem? Put your hand up. Have you bought a token this year? Have you bought at least one token this year? Please put your hand up. In your lifetime, have you bought at least one token in an ICO? How many of you? I'm expecting, if you are this type of crowd, I'm expecting at least 20%, at least, in this type of crowd. Then if I go to the agricultural expo, probably 0. But here, if you are sitting here, at least 20%. So keep your hand up if you bought tokens, don't be shy, keep your hand up. How many of you has used the token last week? There's always one guy that keep it up, and I ask him how, and he say, I traded it, which is not using it. Because it was meant to be used on an ecosystem, not on an exchange. Number 5, are they actually making money? Who's making money? Can you find an ICO that makes money? Okay, cool, great, chapeau. You have an ICO that makes money. But can you find one project, since the inception of blockchain, which was 2008, one project that have done all the 5 points? Attract millions of dollars, kept the token price stable, return the money to the investors, build up what they promised they want to build up, finally make money. To me, it's 100% failure rate. There is not one project that ever achieved these 5 things. Over thousands of projects. So we can go, carry on going to taking the flight, go to the conference, drink some whiskey, pat each other back, tell how beautiful it is being in the space, how we are changing the world, decentralized, blah, 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 but nothing happened. Meanwhile, in the past 10 years, those that went for traditional startup, traditional funding, Grab, yeah, Uber, Airbnb, so at a point I thought it was a great idea to do investor relation. And by the way, for those who have asked me also this evening, I do not help you raise money if I'm not part of your team. You should have been around long enough to know that an investor does not invest on project. The investor invests on people. And so if I'm not part of your team, I will not help you fundraising. Unless you just want help in sending out your pitch deck. That's another story. Because the investor will ask you 5 things. Why do you want an ICO? Number 1. Majority of the answer that I heard, of the bad answer that I heard, was because we need to attract money fast. Right? Number 2, why do you need blockchain? Majority of the things that I heard were totally false. And they tell you because it's transparent. Yeah, right. I give you a Monero transaction. Tell me, what is that? Transparent? Blockchain? How? It's a series of numbers, you can't track it back. Other thing is very secure, right? If I send you 1 Bitcoin to the wrong wallet, reverse it if you can. Secure? My bank, reverse it. Bitcoin doesn't. So why do you need blockchain? The only reason that I accept for this is because we want to keep the records immutable. If the records are supposed to be immutable, then yes, I understand. Number 3, why do you need a token? The lamest excuse was to pay for our service. Number 1 is illegal. Every country, they have the tender, the legal tender. The legal tender is the currency. So if George makes an ICO and he tells me that I must pay for his services in his token, and I say, here are Singapore dollars, and he says, sorry, we can't accept Singapore dollars, give me tokens, is illegal. Because he must accept the payment in the currency of the country. So there is no logic in doing an ICO for the payment, using tokens for payment. Because if I give you the token, and you give me the cash, and then I ask you to pay for my services in token, you give it back to them, to me. So now I'm in charge of the primary market and secondary market. Then the exchange come in, programs here robots to trade 24/7, nobody can beat it, end of the story. You will never succeed. Number 3, how do you make money? Every investor wants to know, how do you make money out of it? Because eventually I'm investing in your business. When I hear the lamest excuse is, we are cutting the middleman off. Excuse me, that's a business model. The business model is the middleman. Every time someone tells me they want to cut the middleman off, they want to be the middleman. Cheaper, but they want to be the middleman. They say Visa is 3%, we charge 1%. You're still the middleman. Nothing changed. Still the same. You make less money. Last one, how do I make money? If I invest in your company, how do I make money? I started doing that. I started taking equities in businesses. First question is, how do I make money? So, this is a funny part, yeah, it's just a few slides, just to see if you can recognize some of these sentences, because I have heard many of them. I call it anatomy of a scam. How many of you have heard of ICO pretty much in 2016? 2017? Okay, so some of you will laugh at the jokes, some others. If you have learned of these in 2018, maybe they are not so easy, right? That's good. So I received this email. This is real. I swear it's real. Really? I know you are investor. If I want, do you invest me? I am best blockchain. This is a real email. This is one of the hundreds of emails that I received this year. Everyone, get retrenched, change the LinkedIn profile description. Now I see your advisor. How many? The inception. Someone have an idea, say, I want to make a project. Cool, good luck. How? Make an ICO because I need the money. True, everyone does that. Then, find a lawyer. Everyone knows it's copy and paste. Is there any lawyer in the room? Any lawyer in the room? If you tell me that it takes you more than 4 days to make an opinion on a token, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Last year, maybe I believe it. Now I don't believe it. Find advisors. Everyone change job. You'll find this, I tried it actually. I was working in a Russian startup last year, thinking of doing an ICO in September, put together a panel of 10 phenomenal advisors. None of them have ever advised an ICO before. Right? True story, true story. Write a white paper, it will never be finished. One of the projects I've been working at, 41 versions of the white paper, and still counting. Haven't launched the ICO yet. Some of them, they changed the ICO, the white paper of the ICO after the ICO has started, after they have already collected money. Wow, wow, amazing. Amazing, eh? Many. Scam promise number 1. And they say, I will solve a problem. This is the problem, this is the solution. I have my friends from Slovenia, they are making an ICO on football fans. The pitch was, every day you spend so much time following your football heroes on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's such a waste of time. So we are solving the problem by creating an ecosystem with tokens where we blockchain your interest towards the stars. There is no problem there. There is no problem to solve. There is no problem in gaming. There is no problem in gambling. There is no problem in any other entertainment business. No need to solve the problem. The most profitable businesses are not solving any problem at all. Gaming has been growing non-stop since 2003. Cruise ship, gambling.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Thank you. But someone come up and want to do the marijuana coin, right? They want to complicate the simple things. Incredible. Number 2, you will be building an ecosystem. Ecosystem, yeah. Ecosystem is how they say it in Italian. Ecosystem is the way they say in English. Still the same thing. Why you need an ecosystem? So that you can circulate your stinky token. And someone has to buy it. So that you can put your money in the pocket and go and buy a Lamborghini. That's how it works. Hey, ICO, utility token, the utility of the token. ICO is simply a method to sell securities to non-qualified investors. As simple as that. Pick someone that is not qualified to invest, is not an accredited investor, you want to sell him an investment, you sell him a token. Number 3, this is fantastic, the 1%. They haven't heard Guy Kawasaki 15 years ago telling everyone, never pitch that you're going to take 1% of a very large market. But everyone makes this mistake. Slide number 3, we are in this $3 trillion industry. We're going to take a 1%. Because for that 1%, there are at least 10,000 players. So even 1% is very challenging. Starbucks got 8% of the entire global coffee market in over 35 years. So 1% is very challenging. There was one of the pitches that I heard when I was in Russia, the guy saying, we are developing a bot for a messenger. And because there are 7.6 billion people in the world, that's our target audience. We're going to take 1%. I swear I heard this. I swear I heard this. Wow. Then, how do you start? You involve full families and friends. I start with fools, which generally is the first one that you touch because you keep family and friends as last. You go to the fools first. So they lend you some money so that you can get started, and you issue a token just by hiring someone in either India, Vietnam, sometimes Ukraine, and they issue the token in 45 seconds. They charge you a few $1,000s in a ERC20 token smart contract that nobody bothered to check whether it works or not. And then you have your token. And the problem is to have blockchain. Why? Because if you don't have blockchain, you can't go to the conferences. It's the whole point of having blockchain, is to go to the conferences. Otherwise, they don't let you speak. Promise that this is not going to be another shitcoin. I promise. I promise this is going. We are serious. We are serious. When I was in Malta, it was ridiculous. The last day in Malta, I had 9 appointments, starting at 7 a.m. 9 ICO. Each of them came to me and told me, all the other ICO out there, they have nothing ready. We have already a POC. Like as if a POC is something that you can go out to the market with, right? All the others, they have absolutely nothing. It's just an idea. Not true, because 9 out of 9 that morning told me the same thing. Everyone thinks that they are doing something different. We are not here for the quick money. We're here to make blockchain real. Token price, everyone just say, in Singapore they say anyhow say they say 0.25. Why? Don't know. Nice number, these other guys are using the same number, why not? Final exchange, wow, that's expensive. Let me see if he's here. No, he's not here. Go to talk to him, I ask him, how much is to list on your exchange? He says it's free of charge. But you have to put a deposit of $4 million. You pay $350,000 a year in market making. But it's free. You have to cut a check for 4.350000 before you leave the office. But it's free. Crazy. I'm running a crusade against the exchanges. Exchanges are the cancer that have killed ICO. Exchanges are killers. They are the only one that make money. Binance moved to Uganda. Why? Because it's easy to bring money in, money out. Same dictator for 35 years. Is to promote social financial inclusion. Come on, I've lived in Uganda. It's not for that purpose. I'm running a crusade against exchanges, and Since I'm involved now in STOs, I say don't list your STO token. Don't list your STO token. These are the wolves that are eating your project. These are the wolves that are making money out of all the ICO. All the money of the people that invested in ICO ended up in someone's pocket. These are the 15 top culprits. There is a list of at least 111 in Singapore, 44 in Malaysia. There are close to 2,000 crypto exchanges in the world now. I was approached by 26 of them over the past 2 months to be the CEO, CMO, CSO, advisor, partner, anything. The exchange demands. They say we want community. Remember when they say you must have a Telegram group? In February this year, 11 months ago, I was going around saying don't have a Telegram group. It's useless. It's useless. So, but many people didn't listen. So they go and they hire a community manager. They hire a community manager. They put 10,000 people in your Telegram group. 25 of them are called Vietnam 1, Vietnam 2, Vietnam 3, Vietnam 4, Vietnam 5, Vietnam 6, until Vietnam 25. Then you start with Leonardo 1, Leonardo 2, Leonardo 3, Raffaello 3, Raffaello 4, Raffaello 5. All fake accounts. So how can they buy from you? Then you do an airdrop, right? To keep them engaged. They're all fake. Now they grow to 20,000. I see one of the cases that we are seeing with our team. By the way, over there with the camera is standing. Please put your hands together for 10 minutes. Hands together, please. And behind there is Gina, which is the heart and the soul of the company that I run, TechUG. We did an analysis of one of our potential clients, fundraising of $30 million. We counted 4 out of 5 fake accounts, closed down shop in 6 months, 30 million in the pockets. The money comes from the laundry in one country, move into another country, suddenly get a lot of expenditures, and finish. The game is finished. It was a good game to clean man. Exchanges. The exchanges are happy. They're always happy when you have community. Now you have to pay. You don't have the money to pay the exchanges, so you have to find investors to pay the exchanges. Remember? February to June. The money of the investors, the largest part goes to the exchange. But investors is low. Many times it's very slow because the token price is going down. The crypto price is going down. So you try to get the crowd to buy, and then you try to find IR. We did it with our company. We're still doing IR, but we tell very clearly, gauge your expectation. We are sending out emails for you. We are sending out your pitch deck. We are not going to bring you money. We don't want to be assessed on how much money you attract. We just do the legwork for you. You close the deal, it's up to you. But many, they say, we only pay success fee. I run when they say only pay success fee. I run when they say only pay success fee. Roadshow. Fantastic. This is fantastic. I attended a MBS. Who was at Consensus? Consensus? Okay. So during Consensus, I received a WhatsApp message. They say, later tonight there is a very exclusive meeting for investors only. 2 super projects from Europe are coming to pitch tonight. So I was there with my friend Alexei. They just came in from Kazakhstan. I said, Alex, I'm going to this event, just 30 minutes, then we go. So okay, I'll come with you. I went with him, and we sat down, front row. Only 2 of us in the room. These guys paid 3 Bitcoin to talk to the 2 of us. The guy that was running, it's a Dutch guy, he was running the presentation. He said, I will not run the presentation for 2. I will ask to be refunded. I would have done the same. Surprise, surprise, 1 week later on Instagram, on his Instagram, his colleague behind us took a picture of Alexei and I from behind, so you see our head. And while the Dutch guy was telling us how marijuana is legal in this country, he took that picture. But then on Instagram, it was captioned, pitching our project in Singapore. Wow. Wow. Silence, because you go to these conferences, how many name cards you come back with the conference? Stack? It's like this? Like this? Like this? Yeah, it depends, right? It depends. There's still a lot of contacts. Then you dump them in a drawer, then we contact them again. Then there's always a Korean guy. And there's always this guy in Korea, he's ready, he's absolutely ready. But then the law changed in Korea and Ethereum drops and the guy is not investing anymore. Or the Japanese guy, very close. A friend of mine told me a similar story with the Japanese guys recently. Less hope, and so when there is less hope, you say, maybe we can let go some of the equities. The equities that you formerly, jealously guarded, like was the only thing that you couldn't let go, then pride kicks in. And even if you let go the equities, you want to ask for too much money. Meantime, your group collapsed. I've seen one of the Telegram group, the third most successful ICO in Singapore. You know which one is it? They went from 1,300 followers to 13,000 followers in 1 week on Telegram. And from 13,000 to 6,000, now they are talking about health remedy. The ICO is not about health remedies. Nobody cares anymore. Completely changed topic, 6,000 people talking about what numbers to buy for 40. Then your friends come back and say, what happened to my money? So you think to do more marketing. But marketing is expensive. The most expensive thing that you can buy in any business is cost of acquisition. You claim you want to have 50,000 users in your ecosystem. How much is per user? $10? 50,000 times 10. Roadmap, postpone, because everyone, I heard this one starting last October, 1 year ago, not this one, 1 year ago. Started saying, no, maybe we postpone 3 more months, maybe we postpone 3 more months, maybe we postpone 3 more months, maybe we postpone 3 more months. A quarter at a time, 2019 has come, ladies and gentlemen. No more ICO. Pressure, because the exchange now wants you to fulfill. Equities, are you having second thought? Yes, 1% for $1 million. No way! Your valuation is not 100 million. No way! Then an investor will come in on something that you haven't even built for $1 million or 1% of nothing. Meanwhile, everyone is talking about STO. The World Blockchain Conference this year, has already announced the date for Dubai. It's going to be called the World STO Conference. Peel off one label, put off the other label. What was known as ICO before, now is known as STO. What was known as about blockchain, some areas are a bit borderline. They don't want to mention that word anymore, so become STO. Posts. So many posts. Burn old bridge. This was about June to September. Nobody moved. Bitcoin went down to 6,000. Panic. Guess who's back? The exchanges. They ask you if you're still around, because you pledged you would have listed. And then become begging time. We have been through this one where we were working with our clients and say, can you invest in ICO? Please, if it's an ICO, just don't bother writing me. Don't bother, please leave me alone. I beg you, leave me alone. Marketers, they ask you, please attend the conference. And then after you say, yeah, I might attend, they say, we actually changed the dates. No, a bit too many conferences. I rejected 10 conferences in 2 months where I was invited to speak. If it's not 500 people minimum, I don't think I want to go anymore. It's finished, it's just a waste of time. Exchanges are dropping their prices. Many of them, they say, we might consider listing you for free. Provided you have volume, of course. This is one of the emails that I received. I think I removed all the references. They say, you have a great reputation as an advisor and a high-rank ICO project. Thank you. I represent blah 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 exchange, a rapidly growing crypto exchanges with blah 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 daily trading volume focusing on new tokens. Please let me know if you have promising projects which are interested in listing their tokens, so we could discuss, what did I say, with you a partnership terms and referral fee. I don't know, maybe you can probably figure it out. English is not my main language, right? But partnership means I help you, you help me. But the terms of this partnership, when I receive it, is like, bring me clients, and I pay you if you bring me clients. And when is the part when you bring me clients? I don't know what is that part. The partnership became, bring me money. bring me money, bring me money. Everyone wants money. Then if you bring me money, then maybe I pay you. Come on, come on. Begging time, friends, family, and fools are back. Say, hey, what's going on? I gave you money. Now give me back my money. 5,000 people want moon on your Telegram. Others want Lamborghini. Others say, when Binance. Yeah, when Binance, when moon, when Lambo. You're begging God and the universe to go back to 2017. Because that's the time where you plant a coin and the tree comes up. Tree of coins. The ICO. Meanwhile, everyone is talking about STO. They don't even know what they're talking about. Majority of them. You sit with them 5 minutes, you realize in 5 minutes they have no idea what they're talking about. 5 minutes or less. Game over. I say goodbye ICO. Personal opinion, it will never come back. Personal opinion, whoever is still in the process, finish. Whatever you attract, congratulations. Whatever you develop, congratulations. If you make money, prove me wrong. If you're about to start, you ask my opinion. I've seen a few of them. I'll tell you, I wouldn't do that. Maybe it works for you. I don't think it will work. So I say change before it's too late. Get on STO. Seriously, STO. And I will spend a few words about STO later. Or don't change. Go for a VC. You have a cool idea, run for it. Run with it. Run with it. If it's cool, it's cool. It will work. You will find someone that pay to be your partner. You'll find someone that pay to partake your revenues when you start generating. It's funny, on Telegram group we share that I have some enemies, so I must be popular now, I have enemies. So this enemy tells me, this guy speaks, I rather not listen. Is he in the room? Are you in the room? Max? No? You see, this guy speaks, I rather not listen. Okay, I mean, the word is open, right? You can listen, not listen, your choice. Say, to me, this is the end. If you want to carry on playing the music, I know whatever. It's finished cryptocurrency. What's the prediction of token on cryptocurrency price? 0. Ethereum? 0.
No, below 0.
Below 0. All 0. Bitcoin, maybe, I don't know. All the others? 0. Say, oh, no, you have to keep it 10 years. Okay, keep it 10 years. Or buy a property in the Philippines. I mean, there are areas where it yields you, what, 15%? So I tell you how much money you want to make. If you have lost 96% this year or 99% this year, maybe consider another type of investment. I like investment that return money, not loss. Wait a minute. There's still hope, though, for ICO. The only exception I would say for ICO is this one. If you have a strategic partner that really commits to distribute your tokens, go with it. So I got this super cool idea. How many of you are not citizens of Singapore? Not citizens of Singapore. How many of you are renting a property or an office? Cool. How many of you have air conditioning at home? Pretty much everyone, yeah? Every 3 months, you have to call the guy that comes and service your air conditioner. Service. Take out the filter, wash it, put it back. Pay the guy, he gives you a piece of paper. 3 months later, come back, he gives you another piece of paper. 3 months later, come back, he gives you another piece of paper. 3 months back, come back. 3 months later, come back and gives you another piece of paper. If you rent for 2 years, he gives you a piece of paper. These are the receipts that you have serviced your air conditioner. If you lose them, like I did, your landlord say, sorry, pay again, which I did. Otherwise, you are clear. The landlord takes the receipt, archive the receipt or trash the receipt. The new tenant have no idea what happened to the air conditioner. So I say, wouldn't it be easy to just put a QR code there? The guy comes, finish service, take a picture of the QR code, and yes, on blockchain, we can say this air conditioner has been serviced. Immediately the landlord is notified. Immediately the tenant is notified. Immediately the manufacturer is notified. Cool, it remains on the blockchain. The next tenant can see the servicing history of all the air conditioning units in the property. Cool. If you have an idea like this for an ICO, go to Daikin or Mitsubishi Electric and tell them, would you like to buy my coins, my tokens, for the servicing of the air conditioning? You buy it. You have already the client, so I don't have to onboard new clients. This is a good approach. It's called strategic partner. You find someone that has muscles to sell the tokens. The non-tradable utility tokens are perfect for gamification. I love this term, non-tradable utility token. Put them together with your STO. Not one ecosystem, two ecosystems. I think this is the way out of the tunnel. Those projects that will do this, they will hit good success. How many of you have used before an application called Foursquare? You remember Foursquare? Foursquare works very simple. You go to a place, you check in. If you check in more than your friends, then you are the mayor. Finished. And if you manage to make combos, like a restaurant, a bar, and whatever, then you have a badge. And you are the gourmet badge. Cool. You don't make money? You just do it for fun. And it worked like magic. Gamification. So I call them security token together with NTUT, or non-tradable utility token. And I said, some people call it non-fungible token. Come on, use proper English. I know the proper word is fungible, but say very clearly, it is not tradable. It can never be exchanged for money, never ever. Otherwise, DF here is another way to go to those guys that don't know what fungible means and just confuse them again and again. So, non-tradable utility token. You can never make money out of it. But you can participate in an ecosystem. It could be a lifestyle ecosystem. We are doing now a tokenized cruise ship. To 2% in this company, we are tokenizing a cruise ship. 50,000 passengers a year get on the cruise ship. The moment they step on the cruise, congratulations, you got 100 tokens. They sit at the casino, congratulations, 500 tokens. They exchange money for chips, congratulations, 1,000 tokens. They go to the restaurant, they top up to get some champagne, congratulations, 2,000 tokens. What can they do with the tokens? Nothing. Except using the facilities on the cruise ship. Karaoke 30 minutes, protocol chips that you can only bet but you cannot win money. Interesting stuff, just to be part of it. The catch is this one, that to use those tokens, you have to be part of the financial ecosystem. So you have to whitelist yourself and become a potential token buyer. 50,000 a year per cruise ship. We're going to have 3 cruise ships, 50,000 is conservative, approximately 150,000 passengers by the end of 2020. The most successful ICO, as far as I remember, was Crypterium, 72,000 token holders, token buyers, which is 0.001 of the world population, which means that 99.99 didn't buy the token of the most successful ICO in the world. So 150,000 potential token buyer can get your equity partner for redeemable shares to exit the investment either in fiat or in tokens. But at least you supply the demand of potential investors, which are these guys here. Lifestyle ecosystem, education ecosystem, information ecosystem, whatever name you want to give to it, whatever name makes sense. My presentation is finished. I'm very happy to answer some questions if you have any. And this is my WhatsApp number. I can't promise much on emails. It takes me very long to get back to you by emails, but if you want to write me on WhatsApp, you want to call me, call me. If you want to write me, write me. I'm always open to do business. I'm always open to make money. I'm always open to advise on projects. Don't call me to tell me I pitch my project, bring me investors. If you want work, I save you time, you save me time. If you want me on board in your team, you want to work together, maybe I chip in some good ideas, then you can contact me anytime you want. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming this evening.